So actually in the previous class we disconnected from the internet, so because from there I am going to so there may be some discrepancies, the previous class and this one, you may see some common things which I might have repeated, so don't worry. So in the previous class I think the internet got disconnected when we are trying to see the redirect rows to no matched output. That's right, Shilpa, this is a place where we stopped it, right? Yes.
No, you showed us this also. I mean, it both the flat files, it was showing all the records.
No, the redirect to no matched output.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
this is where you
I'll
explained.
cover this. Okay. So we are covered with the ignore failure. We are covered the fail component. Now we are going to see the no matched output. I have just seen the no in the ignore. See, when we do the ignore failure, even though record is not matching because we are having 101 which is not there in the address table. So even though that is not there, that is not directed into the no matched output because that is not matching, right? It is not been directed into the no matched output because we are made ignore failure. Ignore failure means it is nothing but the left out region. Whatever the data is in the left table, it will be getting that. So again we will see ignore failure. When I click OK, ignore failure, and I'll create a data viewer here, enable data viewer, and this is enable data viewer, done. Now see, when I execute this, what happens? Even though the 101 is not matching in the EMP address table, but still you can see that 101 in the matched records only. See, lookup match, there only you can see 101. Okay, that is for the ignore failure. Now when I see the no matched output here, don't we are going to see redirect rows to error output. Now see no matched output. When I click it here, when I run this, what is going to happen is that 101 now it is you can see that 101 being transferred to this lookup. So I got two outputs, two data viewers, one is for the matched, another is for the lookup. So 102 and 102 is matching, right? So you are getting, I am closing this. Since you had mentioned that no matched output, right? So this record is no match, it is not matching into the lookup table with the address table. 101 is not matching, right? Because 101 is there only in the EMP table. So for this scenario, since we are particularly we had mentioned that redirect rows which are not matched into the no matched output. So this one record will be getting into the unmatched record. See here in the lookup, we have clearly mentioned that redirect rows to no matched output. Specify how to handle rows with no matching entries. You can see based on difference you can clearly understand, right? So now you can see that record in the no matched output. Now I am showing one more thing. I'll have one more destination. I'll name the destination as failed, which is error. I'll just connect the error button to this. When I connect the error button, see basically by default the flow, I'll just delete this. By default, whatever you get the data from this, by default that data will be there here. Okay, that is a blue data, but when you want to connect into the this error red one to the other one, automatically you will get an error window. What is this error window means? If ELD, EID, there is any error in the table, if the lookup matches, right? If you want, if there is any error, then what you need to do is that just instead of the fail component, just do the redirect row. So if there is any error while converting or transformation, then automatically that records will be redirected into this error output. See, automatically that records will be redirected into the error output. Now we are going to see that error. I'll just click on this new. Okay, I'll rename it as error. Then browse error, done. Open columns in the first data row, columns. Okay, mappings, done. Okay, done. So now see, when I give the redirect rows to a no matched output, directly the records, I'm creating the data viewer. Again I am running that. After creating this, I am doing enable data viewer. Now when I run, since we are specially mentioned that the records which are not matched, I will be sending them into the no matched output, right? I will be sending into the no matched output. See, so you can see it on the top. So the records which are not matched, it went to the no matched output. The record which are matched, it went to the matched output. What about this lookout error output? There are no record into the error output, right? See, now when I do the change this to redirect rows to error output, so what happens? The records which are not mapped, so that records will automatically will be redirected to. Previously when we are given record, send the records to no matched output, when we are given redirect rows to no match output, So what happens? I'll just change into error output. So when I had given the rewrite rows to no matched output, means when the records are not matched, that records are passed to this. Now we are mentioning to error output. So what happens? That 101, instead of coming to the unmatched, it will go to the error now. See, that is a lookup. So you can handle anyway, whatever you want, you can handle that. See here, this is a lookup matched output. You can see lookup matched output 101, 102. I am just closing this. Now you can, oh, there's that one. I think it got closed. So I'll just stop it and I'll run it one again. I think I might have closed the two things same time. See, this is a lookup error output and this is a lookup matched output. See, matched output 102, 103, and there is no thing for lookup no matched output. But you can see lookup error output. In the error output, you can see 101. The component does not supply error code. Yeah, this is nothing to worry. This is error code. Don't worry. So this is a way. When you give the error, you can redirect that records. If the records are not matching, you can send them to the error also. So in that scenario, you will be using this lookup. So now everyone is clear with the lookup things. Hello? Hello?
Yes, master.
So this is with the lookup. So now I am going to cover the in-depth. When I open lookup, you got cache mode, full cache, partial cache and no cache. So what is meant by that? So whenever you use a lookup, how the system is going to do is that, give me a minute, sorry. So what system is going to do is that, first thing, so let's say I'm in the lookup table, I'm using EMP address, right? So there is full cache, partial cache and no cache. Okay. So what EMP table is going to do is that, when I give full cache means what it does, since I am using in the lookup table, I am pointing to EMP address. You can see in the lookup table, I am pointing to the connection I am giving here. I am giving EMP address table, right? So what happens, since I am giving the EMP address and I am giving the caching as full cache by default, you can see here the cache type is full cache. So when I give full cache, what happens? You will get the system at the back end. It will get all the records from the EMP address and store it in one temporary location. It will cache it. Temporary location, it will cache that records. And when you get the data from the source and when that IDs you will be getting, right? That IDs, instead of looking into this table, it will directly look up into the cache one. So whatever the data is there in the EMP address, it will just load entire data, and after loading the entire data only, it will start doing a lookup. So let's say this is a source and this is a lookup table. So when I execute this package, what happens? It will not pull the data from the source. First, the thing it is going to do is that it is going to get all the data from the EMP table into one temporary location, and once the loading is done into the temporary location, then it starts from the source, get them and look up that data into the, look up that ID into the temporary location, and if the ID matches based on the condition, it will go to the output. So that what you are going to do with the full cache. And what you are going to do with the partial cache is that, when you do the partial cache, what system is going to do is that, instead of loading all the records from the EMP address to the temp location, it will start or load only few records, and it will at the same time it will also get from the data from the source. And in the meantime, while getting the data from the source, then it will start loading. Like, it will not load the entire data. Let's say the data is, we are having like 10 million 10 million records or something like 10 million records in the EMP address. So when we do the full cache, what happens? Full cache. So it will load all the 10 million records, and after loading the 10 million records, then it starts getting the data from the source, and then it does a lookup. Okay, after loading the data from EMP address into one temporary location, then it will start getting data from the source, and then it starts looking into the temporary location data. That is a full cache. When you use a partial cache, what it does, it will not load entire 10 million records. It will start loading 1 million records, or based on the thing, based on your memory you provided. Let's say it load only 1 million records, and after loading 1 million records, then it is not completed loading all the 10 million records in the temp table. It's only loaded 1 million. Then it will not wait for other things to complete, and then it will get the data from the source, and whatever the record matches with the 1 million, it will look up, and in the meantime, while doing this lookup, it will start loading the other thing also. 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, that's it. Means like when you do the partial cache, it will only get the data off, and after that, after doing the lookup, then it will start getting the other data, but it will not get the entire data in a single shot. That is a partial. What is a no caching? What is meant by no caching means, whenever no caching means it will not at all load the data into the temporary location. Whenever when the package starts, it will get data from the source. For each record, it will go and check in the destination in the lookup table. Let's say that lookup is on the server 2, right? It will goes to the server 2 and check whether the record is there in the server 2 or not. If the record is there or not based on the condition, it will pass to the output. For every record, it will go and check directly into the destination. It will not wait for the caching. Okay, like that. So basically, what are the disadvantages with this and advantages are that we have seen in the previously with our videos, right? In the like not remembering that isolation levels, read committed, repeatable read, like this. When someone is looking at this table directly, so others cannot access this table, right? There will be logs created on the table, but when you load this entire table in the cache and you can directly look in the cache, at that time the other people can modify that table, because you are not using that. Instead of that using that table, you are using the data in the cache. So multiple peoples can access the destination table even though it is there in the lookup, and since you are use full cache, so what happens, that table data will be stored into the temporary location, and you will be using the temporary location data, not the original table. So at that time, many people can access the original table data. But when you are not doing the no cache, so what happens, instead of using the temp table, it will directly access data from the main table. So because of that, since it is accessing data from the main table, at that time other people cannot access the data. Okay, that is a scenario. So by default, mostly and many times we will be just using this full cache only, nothing to worry. Okay, that is, and we have seen specify how to handle. We have seen all the 4 things. What is meant by cache connection manager? What is meant by cache connection manager? OLDB. OLDB means we are going to provide the data from the table, right? Now let's see, this is my scenario. I am having multiple packages. I am having package 1, I am having package 2, I am having package 3, I am having package 4, I am having package 5. Let's say this package 1 wants to do lookup into EMP address. Package 2 also wants to do a lookup into EMP address. Package 3 also wants to do a lookup into EMP address. Okay. Package 4 also EMP address. Package 5 also wants to do a lookup into EMP address. So now let's say the EMP address data is 10 million. Okay, 10 million records. So based on, let's say we are given full cache for all. Full cache my conditions are, we are given full cache for all the data, all the 5 packages. So what happens? This package 1, what does package 1 does before starting? It will take all the data from the EMP address, store in one temporary location, and then it starts getting data from the source and does a lookup. Same with the package 2. It loads all the data from that table into one temporary location, that is nothing but we will call it as cache, and then it starts getting data from the source and does a lookup. Same thing with all the 3 things. So here all the 5 packages loading the data into one temporary location, everyone is loading the data into temporary location. So it is a waste of time. Where is there any scenario where one can load the data into a temporary location and all can use the temporary location data? So did you get my point, everyone? So here everyone will be loading the data into temporary location, right, when we use a full cache, and then they will do a lookup. But let's see, instead of everyone loading the data into one temporary location, let's see a scenario where one can load the data into temporary location and all can directly access that. Instead of again you loading the data into temporary location, they can directly access this temporary data. Okay, so in order to provide access to temporary data, you will be using the cache transformation. So what I am going to do it now is that, let's say whatever the data we are doing in the lookup, right, leave it, forget about that. So what I will do, I will just add one data flow task. Okay, done. Click on the data flow task. I will name the data flow task cache. Okay. Now I will click on the cache. Now I will just get the source, OLEDB source. What I am going to do, OLEDB source, I will be connecting, I will be getting that address table, EMP address. Okay, I will be getting that table. Preview. So we got 2 records. Okay, done. We got that. So now what I am going to do, that loading data into the temporary location, normally we call that process is called as cache. You can do by using the cache transformation. There is one transformation here called cache transformation. Just drag the cache transformation and give the destination to the cache transformation. Click on this. When you click on the cache transformation, by default you can see, I will click new. You need to store the temporary location where to store the data. So I will just use the cache file because currently I don't have anything. So I will name it as EMP address. EMP address cache. I will browse it and I will store it here only. I will name it as cache. EMP address cache. Okay, open, that's it. So now it will be saved. And now see, when I come to the columns, definitely on what columns you will be doing a lookup, I will be doing a lookup on EID, right? So now here you need to create a partition on the EID. So I will be naming this as a 1. That is a definite thing you need to. If you have multiple columns doing a lookup, you can give them order, same as we did in the merge command with the sorted, right? Same way you are going to create an index position. Since I am going to join on EID, so I have given index. So let's say if you have E address also, then you can make it as 2, like that. Okay, so I will make it as just 0 only. So this is a way. So I will just click OK, done. So available mapping, just go here, I will map source to destination. Okay, done. Okay, this is the first step. What I will be doing in the first step, whatever the EMP address I am getting, I am loading that EMP enter into the cache table, right? Done. Next, I will just connect to the cache, this one, lookup table, transform, click on this. So now in the lookup table, instead of providing the OLED test, I will give the cache connection. That's it. Now what I will do, I will just go to the connections. Now already I have created that connection, right? For the, I will just give another one, source one. So I will just name it, use cache file. Which file I need to use? I need to use the file from here. So basically the file is not created. By default you can use the same connection because the connection points to that. So see the columns, done. So you are doing the lookup on this. See, everything got changed by default. So this is, you will be getting from the cache column, you can see index on the ID. That's it. Okay. Okay. Now see, here also you will be getting partial cache, full cache. The same thing you can do, but it is like, instead of accessing the same table multiple times, here package 1, package 2, package 3, package 4, package 5, everyone will access the same table again and again, right? So instead of accessing that same table again and again, just you can create one cache, and instead of pointing that everyone to the table, you can point it to this cache one. And in the cache, automatically you can even create the index also, right? Now see, so see in the lookup, now I have just used the cache only. Instead of the table, I have used the cache. In the connection, I have given already the connection which I have created for the cache, means the file name, right? So now just see, I will just run when I want to run these 2 steps, I will just connect it same way as we connected the data flow task. If I want to run the, because first you need to load the cache, and after that only you can use that cache in that lookup, right? So I am doing this. When I execute this, first this cache will execute, and after that it transform will execute. Now see, cache executed and other transformation executed. When I click on this, now you can see, because I am doing the output, right? Data viewer, see, instead of using the table, I have used the cache. From there, see, because I have given that in the lookup transformation, I have given that type as C, read write rows to error output. Since 101 is not there, so you can see that is in the error output. That's it. Since 101, 102, 103 is there, you can see that in the lookup match output. Okay. So everyone got this with the cache one. Hello.
Yeah, Bhaskar. Can you click on that cache data flow once again?
Yeah. So just
Yeah,
just
I understood.
it is a
Yeah,
cache
got it.
transform. There is no
Yeah.
destination for this. If you just use a cache transform and you can load that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So this
got
is a way
it.
how you, so in, so if there are multiple people, if they want to access the same table again and again, no, right? So it is an issue. Just you can load that into one cache file like temp table. That's it. You can assume it as a temp table, and instead of using the main table, all people can use the temp table. So like you other people, those who are accessing that main table, they can do whatever they want. Okay. So only one time you will be loading, right? So basically here, if they want to do, so everyone will load the data from here to into the temp table, that cache. Here also it will load that EMP data into the cache. Here also it will load the EMP data into the cache. So you are doing 5 times, means each time, let's take this is taking 10 minutes and this is taking 10 minutes. So until so this is taking 10 minutes, this is taking 10 minutes, this is taking 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. So because of 10 minutes, so total you are wasting 50 minutes. So during that 50 minutes, no other people can access the data, right? When you are doing some operation, select or not, you can't update, the table will be logged. The same way, when you do this one, when you do the this all things, you are just loading one time into the cache for 10 minutes it takes, that's it. After that, whoever wants to use the data, instead of going directly into the table, they will directly get the data from the cache, and cache will be faster because you are going to create cache. Let's say all the servers are on different things, so it will go to that server and get the data from that, so it takes some time. But cache, you are going to load the data into the cache. That cache file mostly you are going to create somewhere near to your system, like it may be on your local machine. Then because it is on local machine, you can directly do the thing, because it is on local machine, right? So it will not be away, like if you are in Atlanta and if the employee address table is in somewhere in India, so what happens, it will take the data and do it in the some cache, and then you will start doing a lookup, right? So getting data from you will pass that command to India, and from India you will getting the data, it will be waste of time. So 10 times they will be doing that, so 5 times they will be doing. Let's say what do you only do one time, and you will load that cache file in Atlanta only. So whenever they want, other 5 people whoever is using, they can directly use this cache file located in Atlanta only. So because of that, there are many scenarios, you can, the performance will be increased, and so for time being, don't worry about the cache, you can directly use the lookup. Mostly you will be using a lookup, but if you get a scenario where you want to increase the same thing used by many people, normally very rarely you will be using lookup, the cache one. Okay, like some scenarios, that scenario means if many people are using the same lookup, and that lookup takes many see here, since I am having that in the lookup table only 2 records, here there is no use for me to create the cache, because anyway it is like my milliseconds, right? So nothing to worry. If it takes more than 10 times, then you might think about this thought. Okay, so this is a scenario where you are going to use. So we are good. If you have any doubts, you can ask me with the cache one. Hello.